On the Citi Newsroom today, I'm coming to you from the inside of a Citi FM vehicle. We are doing our own patrol to observe day 2 of the lockdown of major parts of Accra. And today we're on the Liberation Road headed towards Medina, East Legon, just to ascertain what's happening. Already we are receiving stories about what's happening on the Accra-Tema motorway. Heavy gridlock, unusual gridlock as a result of checkpoints that have been erected there by the appropriate security agencies. Here on the Liberation Road, we just started the journey. Still, we have relatively fewer vehicles. The streets are relatively dry, but this is day 2. Come with us on this ride as we check what is happening on the lockdown of Accra. We're still driving on the major road connecting Accra to Ibri via Medina, and here at Okponglo Junction. Well, this one has a military man in addition to the police personnel who are manning the checkpoint. Aside the first barrier, there's another barrier ahead where there are more police officers. Now, if you notice this particular scene in the front, they are quizzing someone who is holding a sort of a document. We do not know, but he's on the phone to, I'm not sure who exactly he's attempting to speak to. Well, this is Okponglo. Unlike what happened on Monday, strict enforcement today by police, a joint police and military team that is preventing people who do not have a reason to move from moving.
Let him tell. So why are you here?
I processed salary and they just submitted it.
You are not supposed to be out, gentlemen. You guys are flouting the president's order. You are not supposed to be out. Are you providing essential service? Are you? No, the category of essential services. Will you classify yourself as one?
Follow the taxi. Turn yourself. Turn yourself. Follow the taxi. Hey, taxi! What is it? Turn yourself.
I have a reason.
What's your reason? What problem is that?
The light says light goes off.
So don't they have any electrician there?
You have to have anybody.
Brother, turn yourself. Turn yourself. Turn yourself.
No, yeah.
Don't have physical ID.
No, I'm not going to pick it up. You're supposed to pick it up.
You know I'm a good man to return you. Please, what we are doing is for the sake of all of us. We also have families out there. You see that we return the trotters and all those things. Please, stay at home. Can't you do it?
There's a check that
You go.
We noticed that this is a bit more, I'm not sure that I should use the word chaotic, or a bit more enforced than what we saw yesterday. You are even turning vehicles away. Why?
Yeah, you know, people are taking advantage of the situation because they realize others came to town yesterday. They go back and tell them, look, town is cool, you can come. People are just hiding behind the excuse of, I'm going to buy food, I'm going to buy medicine and all that. So we need to really verify whether indeed they are doing that. And if you can observe, some of the vehicles are carrying passengers. Are they observing the social distancing? You see, you can find a vehicle with 2 or 3 or 4 passengers in the same car.
Which is not allowed.
It is not allowed. So that is exactly what we are doing.
Now, under what circumstance would you let someone do a U-turn?
I mean, the person says, oh, I just saw a gentleman say, I went to take a stew and I'm taking it to my auntie and all that. These are not tangible reasons. What is so critical about those things? We look at the critical nature of the issue at hand. You understand? You don't just come and tell me you are going to bank, I'm going to cash money. Come on. There are banks in Adenta and beyond. E-banking is allowed. Just do that. People are just hiding behind these excuses and coming to town just for nothing.
What is the problem?
Yeah, the issue here, let me talk. The issue is we are coming from that vehicle. In Tiedu, I don't know what happened. But when I said driver not attending, wait, let me finish talking. That's what I saw. Driver not attending Airport Accra road. Not CAC. That's why we should go to the other bus stop. Now it's there. You have to 30%. That is the lorry fare. In this let me give us one city so that we add our money to it. Because you have to make you have for different money. That the same money and you still locked down. That's the issue here. Let's have the young police and soldiers for no more explaining to us why.
He's not willing to give you the money.
No, he's not willing. So we should go to the police and the soldiers so that they will explain to us.
So where is he? Where is the mate?
Here is the driver.
Driver, what's the matter?
Oh, yeah, but no. I have first one to see uncle. And a second one, once to see me go to Jano Street and what can't you know over me. And Joko no say police in Panino Jar, was Yan Santan, embassy in Panoa, near Mumbla bus stop. Yes, you mono. I don't know someone tears as a chinchilla, young four monco, a beautiful massacre. I say, Yan Sanko Boy Temper, I'm say, and they mean ye ever moment.
Can say almost
oh, and they was custom there and cast custom here. Oh,
what's happening to you?
Yeah, I'm the driver. Then you tell somebody I should go home. I'm going home, but I packed the passengers. But you are telling me that I don't know. I'm stay there, but they see that beating me.
Who beat you?
The police. As a cycle, I'm a driver. I'm staying at Adenta Sakula.
Do you have your ID?
I'm my license.
Driver's line. Where's your car?
I'm parking.
Your car is parking.
Yeah.
So why are you moving?
Parking. I'm going to Adenta Sakula.
Okay. Hello, madam. You're wearing a tag, a bank CBG tag.
Exactly.
What is the problem?
Good afternoon. I'm on my way to the office to pick up my exemption card that allows me in and out of the office. The trustee I was coming from Pantine or Yarefa, that's where I'm coming from. We got to the junction. The policewoman just asked the driver to turn around because we are going to the market to go and shop and that we should all go home to go and shop without asking anything of anyone in the bus.
So you, the passengers, were not questioning?
She wouldn't even let us speak. And then now I get down and say, I have to go and pick my card. You ask me, well, I should come here and wait for another cab to come around and take me back to where I am going. How then do I commute myself from my house to the office every day if I'm going to face this issue?
So another challenge there with the exercise by the police and the military, they're turning commercial vehicles away without questioning the passengers on board, and that seems to be a problem for a lot of the passengers. It's okay to turn a driver who is not allowed to go out. It's okay to turn someone who is not allowed to go out. But is it okay to just turn people around en masse without asking them individual questions and checking their reason for going out and checking their ID cards? That is one of the many challenges that this checkpoint system is bringing, that this lockdown is bringing. These are some of the questions that are arising as the police and military enforce the lockdown. This is Medina Zongo Junction. There isn't a lot of activity here except the military vehicle. It's a military armored vehicle, and there's an officer, I believe, from the city authorities, city guard, who is directing traffic or controlling vehicles. He has not approached us to ask any question, but there's a military jeep on standby with a weapon. Not a lot of activity here. Vehicles are few at this stretch. These people were attempting to cross the road. The city guard has turned them away.
Some people are taking advantage of the exemptions to just be walking around and you can see some. So the security agencies will do their work in trying to ensure that that is done. But this lockdown is generally for the people. It is a humanitarian exercise for the people. It's a combat exercise. That's why you don't see them using force on anybody. But they try to talk to the people to ensure that they generally stay off.
So while we are doing that, parking a tank like this at a public place like this may put some scare or fear in the public, don't you think?
Well, you can see that they are not patrolling. The armored vehicles, the armored personnel carriers are not patrolling. But it's necessary to assist the police with something like this at strategic places. They have designated some particular places where they are. In the event that they are needed to do their work, then they do it. That's the reason why you see them just parked.
About beating up, we've seen a few of the videos go viral. For instance, in Kaswa yesterday, some military men made some civilians engage in squats. We've also received reports that some people were lashed and so on by the military.
I would advise people to stop taking photos and videos of military people operating or the security police people operating and uploading them online to cause mischief. I would advise the general public to stop it.
When people have been assaulted physically?
I'm saying that they should stop. They should generally stop taking videos. I would advise people to do that. A lot of the videos that came out, there were about 10. I know for a fact that about 6 to 7 of them were fake. The genuine ones that are in the system, we are investigating it. That particular one, for example, we have identified the officer. We are investigating it, and the officer is being passed through the normal military.
Which one? Are you referring to the one with the squat?
Yes, the one with the squatting that you saw.
People are generally afraid of the soldiers. So can you speak to the soldiers directly now and say to them also not to physically assault the population?
No, all the soldiers have been told not to physically assault anybody. And so the soldiers have been told that don't assault people. Like I also said, don't provoke the soldiers.
Thank you so much. That's the Minister for Defense, Dominic Nitu, MP for Bimbilla. He's just doing his routine checks. This is Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. I am Umaru Sandamadu. What are you doing at your own intersection in your own constituency?
Going around since morning, just to see how people are coping up with the laws. And I'm also going around distributing Veronica buckets, sanitizers and detergents.
I hope they are not branded, because people are questioning why politicians are branding Veronica buckets.
I can't give her something without my name being on top. It's not free. At least everything that you do must have a price for it.
How has the exercise been generally, based on your observation in your constituency?
In my constituency, generally, I would say about 90% people are coping with the security services.
You are a member of parliament for Medina. You are a former minister for Zango development. Your constituency is a Zango constituency. How difficult is it to observe self-isolation, social distancing?
You are also a Zongo boy, you know, it is not easy. One day you don't see a friend. One day you don't see your teacher or your imam. You find it very, very uncomfortable. But then, having gone around, I realized that at least the majority of the people within the Zongo community are really abiding by the laws. You could see that though we are, because of social distancing, you see them in one place, but at least there's some little spaces in between.
Honorable Boniface Abubakar Sadiq is Member of Parliament for this constituency, Medina. This is still Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. We're bringing you everything you need to know on this lockdown here on Citi TV.